everybody, welcome to the stream. Welcome. I'm not Skirus, and we're here and we're back for some Punishing Gray Raven. But yeah, how's everyone doing today? Hope you're all doing well. But yeah, we're here for some PGR. Let's go. But yeah, how's everyone doing today? Hope you're all doing well on this fine day. But yeah, we're here for some more PGR. Let's go. But yeah, let's dive in. But yeah, we're here to start a new story chapter as of today. Also, I believe there's some new skins around here as well, so that we can give a try. So yeah, let's go. Let's start off with that. But yeah, I just gotta quickly turn on the fan real quick though. But yeah, how's everyone doing today? But yeah, let's give these new skins a try. Give them a spin.
Face the combined will of Kowloon.
Okay, I won't lie. That skin looks pretty as hell. I can't lie.
Your futile struggle is pitiful. Follow me into the frozen depths of this is your last chance.
Okay, yeah, I can't lie. This is a beautiful skin.
In an icy embrace, all lives shall fade. Their voices hush, in stillness laid.
Yeah, okay, god damn
Your
it.
futile struggle is
This one is
pitiful.
testing me.
Follow me.
Please, no.
Trick.
I don't want to open up my wallet. Oh.
In an icy embrace, all lives shall fade. Their voices hush, in stillness laid.
Got him.
This is follow me into the frozen depths of eternity.
Oh, dude, I love when the animations
In an
for
icy
real.
embrace, all lives shall fade. Their voices hush, in stillness laid.
Hey, let's go.
All past and is one. Together, we shall witness Kowloon's future.
Okay, that's a beautiful ending screen. Alright, now Wanshi's new skin. Plague Doctor skin. Alright, let's check it out. Alright.
There are many paths, but only one way
Oh,
to
yeah,
go.
this intro, god damn. Whoa, that was sick. What the hell?
This is my choice. Seeing the bigger picture now,
Oh shit, yo, what?
there's nowhere to
The
go.
sidebars?
Nowhere to hide.
The black bars? Oh shit.
Your weakness has been fully exposed.
Yo, that's sick. Okay.
This is my choice. Your weakness has been fully exposed. There's nowhere to go. Nowhere to
Boom.
hide.
Okay, yeah,
This
that's
is my
okay. Oh god damn, that's sick.
Your weakness has been fully exposed. There's nowhere to go. Nowhere to hide. Your
Hey,
weakness
let's
has been fully
go.
exposed. On we go. Take the path the dead have forged and move beyond.
Okay, that was definitely nice, that skin. Wow. God damn. Oh yeah, that, yep, thank you. Oh yes, we also have a character leap as well. Right. I've got Watanabe leap, so yeah, let's check out what's different in this leap right here.
A new battlefield
But
shall
what
witness
the-
a fresh victory.
Alright. Let's learn about his new abilities. Yes. Alright, yep. Signature energy. Press and hold signature.
I no longer
Alright.
fear death.
Okay. Oh. Cast Flame Martin and gain Blaze Orbs. As Odara to pull Darius in. Then parry, cast Flame Erosion. Alright. Top. Press and hold dodge.
Never give up.
Alright. When Corvus Covenant is active, Thermal Erosion gets 200 more Dark Flow Reserve. Alright. Okay, so basically just add that fix. Cinder deals Dark Flow damage. Alright.
We paved the way forward.
Ooh, that's a... Ooh, I like the colors of that. Oh, shit. Ooh, I love the coloration of that. Ooh.
Come on. It's not our style to stop now.
Yeah, I definitely love that coloration. Jeez. God damn, that's cool. I'm loving the purple, man. That's really suits Watanabe, bro. Jeez. Oh, Christ. Oh, God. No. Oh, God. I must hold on tight. Must not give in to temptation. Oh, aw. Hey. Ah, this thing. Ah, yes. Oh, yeah. We also have a few free pulls, but it will not be burning them yet. But I probably will not be burning them yet. Because we still got Veronica to wait for. So, yeah. Not gonna burn them yet. You just need, because we still got Veronica to pull for. But, yeah. I think with that said, that should be enough lollygagging. Wait, hold up. How many days is left? 44 days. Okay, yeah, we're good. But, yeah, I think with that said, I think that's enough lollygagging. So, yeah. Wait, dreams rewound? Oh, shit. Huh. Side. Okay, so Veronica's thing is a side chapter. Okay, cool. Alright, then, yeah, let's, do, Selena's story. Without further ado, let's go. Let us do the story. So, yeah, let's go. Dream till the timeless end. Ooh, music here. God damn. Alright. Alright, sorry. There we go. Now let's go. Again, what the hell, man? Alright, in proper thought. It's been quite some time since that weird post-war syndrome incident. Uh-huh. AKA the time we ended the time loop thing? It basically reset time, I'm guessing? Everyone seems to know how you cause trouble at the start of life because you're too worried about your members' safety. Even colleagues occasionally tease you about it. Alright. Everything seems to be back to normal. Many see this as a sign that reclaiming the homeland is going well. This should have been something worth celebrating. It should have. The only intention is the elusive, obscure sensation. It happened uninvited on an unremarkable day and has since taken up state in the heart. These are very clear symptoms of overexertion. The test shows no other problems, so I won't give you any meds. Rest is most effective. Take some time off if you can. The Star of Life doctor continuously scrolls through the test reports on the screen, offering reassurance. Still tasting lingering shadow in my lurking heart. I can only give the doctor a short response. Thank you, I will. After the test results came out, friends who learned of my condition sent kind messages. Soon many asked to meet up. Interesting. You wake up on a rare afternoon with no missions and days for a long while. You open the calendar and memo to see Isla's name written under her circled date. What does she want? WJA Opera House, 8:30, line spacing 0. The dome stands magnificent, the relief solemn. Inside the elegantly decorated opera house, every seat is filled. On the side door of the main hall are posters of recent productions, classic operas from both before and after the Golden Age. Eurydice, Ofrio, El Coronation de Papilla, etc. And in the center is tonight's main, The Tale of the Grey Raven. Really? Rhythmic verses and lyrics resonate in the hall. Blood red and blinding, shadows coil and creep, and malice drips with hungry teeth. Gunsmoke burns the air and scattered shots grow rare. The area of defense hangs by a thread. As the music continues, the performer's gestures grow increasingly bold. Oh shit, the music, god damn! Oh shit, that piano's going crazy! Alright! You're lost in the music, but sense sudden movement beside you. Alice sits beside you, leaning over slightly. She whispers to you without taking her eyes off the stage. You're about to go on stage. I specifically asked the prop master and director to make you stand out more. Damn, alright. Well, that's... Before you can finish speaking, the stage lights suddenly overlap, illuminating performers who are in the shadows. Fear not, and don't worry, the Grey Ravens are here. Eliminate the enemy, rescue our allies, and advance at full speed. Damn. As the commandant dances on stage, all characters twirl around them, pushing the story toward its climax. Psst, you let out a soft laugh as a mixture of mild embarrassment and vague memories wash over you. Alright. You can't quite remember all the details, but all the people you met along the way remain vivid in your memory. Pretty good, right? Yeah. You pause as the actors, who are wearing familiar makeup but not quite accurate costumes, exit the stage. Alright. Ooh, beautiful art. The rousing scene ends with only one person remaining next to the character known as Commandant. She stands in the spotlight, pouring her emotions to the audience and seemingly also to her lover behind her. Old time. The moment she speaks, the surrounding noise gently fades. Sounds become distant and ethereal as the stage seems to move closer. The actress's beautiful flowing lyrics rap and distort this surreal experience. It first grates on your nerves, then suddenly becomes clear and focused. Alright. Then it changes into a completely unfamiliar voice, a clear and crisp sound filled with emotion. Despite your ravages, oh shit, Selena! Oh fuck! Your smile that just appeared fades. A subtle tremor and anxiety run through your body, like you've missed something important. In a daze, the lead actress seems to change before your eyes. Her face becomes blurred, yet somehow you can still see her elegant beauty. Everything else disappears, as if only two people remain in this world. She turns her gaze towards you. My lover shall be young forever in my poetry. Not this? Not this? Not this! Your thoughts are interrupted as an external force forcibly turns your head. You see Isla's worried expression. Are you okay? What happened? You look terrible. If you're not feeling well, let's leave. No, You gently take Isla's hand and lower it, mumbling incoherent words as your feelings are too jumbled. You look back at the stage. Ah, my dear Grave commanded, I shall... It's fine. The performance continues. Everything on stage is going smoothly, as if what just happened was an illusion. Alright. Outside the opera house, the cold wind hits your face, clearing your mind. The afterimage of your hallucination during the performance is fading. Leave behind an uncomfortable void. Your emotional dissonance remains despite the doctor's advice. Instead, it sits in the void, nodding in acknowledgement. You respond with a soft sigh as fatigue sets in. You stop at the doorstep, pinch the bridge of your nose, slowly crouch down, and let out a long exhale. Here, it's hot. Thank you. You take the drink and scoot over. Isla sits down beside you. Sorry, was the script bad? Did the lines make you feel uncomfortable? Several scriptwriters are Grey Raven fans. They've always wanted to tell your story, but there are too many confidentiality restrictions. Not bad. It was not bad. Especially the last two lines. Oh, those two lines are actually quotes from a famous author's work. Ida laughs as she springs to her feet, moving with light, graceful steps. She closes her eyes, body swaying with the wind as she dances, finally extending her right hand gracefully before her. Do your worst, still time. My lover shall be young forever in my poetry. Aw. Before I can join with her in an impromptu performance, Isla abruptly stops with furrowed brows and deep thought. Isla? I'm fine, Commander. It's just that I had a strange feeling just now. It felt a little weird. Because that doesn't sound like something you would say. Something like, well, you will remain forever young and my paintings would be more appropriate. That sounds like something you would say in a dangerous situation. My response helps Isla shake her hesitation. She laughs softly. Isla steps back and makes a camera gesture at you with her hands with one eye closed. Aw. That doesn't sound too bad, you know. If you don't mind, not this, you should quit your job and become my model. Yeah, no. What's the pay like? Any benefits? How about the loads of free tickets to musicals and art exhibitions every month? I think I'll pass on that. I don't have that much time off work anyway. Oh, come on, humor me. Don't you think musicals and art exhibitions are awesome? Wasn't there anything about tonight's performance that moved you? Isla's question brings back the discomfort that was almost undetectable in a casual exchange. That strange feeling waves at you, inserting its presence. That last performer. You try to recall that brief image, but it's already faded, leaving only vague unease. Do you like her? Or Did you only enjoy her poetry recitation? I can get you an autograph if you want. Tell the truth. Neither. I think I mistook her for someone else. I just wanted to know more about the character she was playing. I don't seem to have anyone like that in my life. Ah, she was playing a fictional character. In the play, the heroic protagonist needs comrades to fight together, also needs someone who understands them. A soulmate? Actually, I asked for my opinion. Worried they might offend you. I told them as long as they don't make specific references. Not just wouldn't mind having a character. Isla blinks playfully. Her smile clears as much of the lingering melancholy in the air. It's a shame, really. I wanted to take you to a different performance, but that script had been indefinitely suspended for some reason. By the time I heard it was approved, our performance group was already rehearsing it. Sadly, their schedule never seemed to match our breaks. Suspended? Was there a stage accident? No, musical theater is quite different from acrobatic performances. Though this play does revolve around war. It's called the Arcadia evacuation. Oje, what? Ida clears her throat and changes her tone. Oh, blood and blades. An impressive battle it was, my brave comrades, but the fight is yet over. Our land is corrupted still, I'm afraid. So stand behind your homeland, you shall guard and defend. Stand, skybound our home intends. Stop us, this bit of the earth shan't. Sounds good, but the subject is kind of common. Don't worry, the scripts or themes like this go through very strict review processes. The WGA understands that war and suffering are serious topics and should not be used for fame and fortune. They've always been extremely cautious. Before suspended, the Arcadia evacuation actually received extremely high praise. The author's plot design was incredibly intricate, using many clever devices to convey their understanding of the Arcadia evacuation as an historical event. Though it might differ from history, it's certainly a good story nonetheless. Oh, then, so what exactly was it suspended? Isla freezes at the question. She can't seem to decide if she should speak. You forgot? I forgot, but that's normal, right? Why is that a question? Haha, I don't know either. Isla smiles with a furrowed brow, then finally shrugs to dismiss the thought entirely. I feel like I should remember. No, I definitely heard about it, but it was probably just a rumor. I wouldn't have the strong feeling that I know about it, even though I can't remember the details. As Aya speaks, she turns her head to look behind her. Following her gesture, you turn around to see several posters of the Opera House entrance. The Arcadia evacuation grabs your attention. On the poster, a young girl stands with her back to the viewer, hands clasped in prayer amidst ruins. Gazing from a distance, a fleeting thought enters your mind. Who would create a work like this? Abyss Research Institute, unknown area. 8:30, alright. Iris. Great, you're still alive. Oh, what? A cold voice echoes among the rubble. Oh, Selena! A disheveled figure lies trapped between broken stones among the ruins. The voice pierces through her foggy consciousness as Iris struggles to move her body. She calls to her feet and looks toward the voice. She finds a device between scattered fragments of what looks like an armor. Luya? Iris murmurs as her stalled systems restart. struggling to maintain the functionality of her damaged frame. Such affection. If I were there, I would do everything I could to respond. Oh shit. Stand-up was finally giving a result. You've stopped me so many times, but this time I managed to stay one step ahead. The first act, title at best, has ended. The hostile voice from the device also sounds sincere. Give up, I don't want to hurt you. This tug of war is pointless except a waste of our time. That play that's meant to be performed will eventually be staged. The past cannot be changed. I can make countless tries. But you only need to fail once for everything to end up like this research institute. Iris looks around. Among the rubble, blood-stained clothing is vaguely visible. Her tired voice carries a hint of sorrow. You're right, I can't always get here in time to stop you. But she doesn't stop. She walks toward the communication device, with each step becoming more confident. Why do you insist on continuing when you already understand the situation? What's the point of tiring yourself out and sacrificing yourself? Is a choice like that even worth anything? Or maybe you want to escalate this conflict and draw in targets that weren't originally part of my plan. No, Luya. Abess was the first and will be the last. Iris walks to the communication device. She places her hand on the core of her chest, and gently sweeping across it, and brilliant blue light emerges. The radiance turns into the lines, creating a pattern in the void. As the light fades, a musical instrument materializes in its place. Iris sits casually on the ruins as music rises from the instrument. It's useless. Whatever you're relying on, it will eventually... Shing. Suddenly hear discordant notes and a strange distortion spreads out from Iris. It spreads so fast that it seems to cross space and time before reaching the other end. Oh shit, alright. What did you do? Iris freezes after hearing Luya's astonished reaction. She takes a few light breaths to calm herself, then slowly raises her head to speak. No matter how hard the conductor and I try, even if we stop you, we can't revert the damage caused by the battle's aftermath. But if we use a different stage? What if we use a completely isolated stage? Whatever you do on there, no audience will be harmed. You can't do that. You can't even catch my true form, let alone... The voice falls silent after realizing the problem. Yes, we did have trouble locating you before, but now... You destroyed the Abess Research Institute, altering a critical node. The world was hurt and remembers you now. You're crazy, you're coming alone? Listen to my new piece. For the next performance, it'll just be you and me. Iris's voice interrupts Luya's low growl. Something changes and the music notes resonate through the air. Alright. She tilts her head to gaze at the moon through the gaps in the ruined building. The moonlight in the sky freezes for a moment as her notes reach them, as if asking a question. Why are you doing this? Iris lowers her eyelids, answering the world's question in her heart. Because even a flower wants to shield the one it cherishes from the wind and rain. Conductor has been through enough. A story that can end behind the scenes shouldn't be brought to light, since the ending is already fixed. Best ends for 850, alright. Line spacing 2, oh shit. Good night, world. Goodbye, conductor. Oh, see you next time. Oh, this music is so sad. These words end the chat and you set this terminal aside. You grab dinner with several colleagues after partying with Isla. You talk until late into the night before going back into the dorm. The table is covered with gifts, including several brought on behalf of friends who couldn't attend. You feel happy reading through the letters that came with the gifts. Paper is better at transmitting sentiments than electronic data. You carefully label each letter so you can put them in the mail cabinet, but as soon as the cabinet door opens, a pile of letters fall out. You bend down to pick them up and see your name as the recipient on all of them. All the wax seals are broken. You pause for a moment before opening one letter. The creased papers inside is completely blank. Only the stamp of the WGAA rests quietly in one corner of the paper. Alright. WGAA. Feeling puzzled, you open the cabinet door again to check the label. This space is definitely for incoming mail, not outgoing. Why are there so many blank letters here? And they all look like they've been opened and read. Put away. After thinking, you decide to put the letters back in a neat pile. You take out fresh writing paper the moment you close the cabinet. Your motion is fluid, as if closing the mail cabinet and writing a reply to someone is a habit, instinct, a natural consequence of countless repetitions. But as a pen meets paper, discomfort makes your hand freeze, even though you already know the opening lines and just need to write them down. It should express well wishes because the recipient is always wandering. It should share amusing stories from tonight's musical performance because the recipient enjoys discussing such things and always has insights to offer. It should also include, there's so much to write, but the recipient, who is it? Oh shit. The bizarre dissonance rises once more. It crouches beside your ear, gazing silently at you. It is trying to remind you that this isn't bewilderment, this isn't a daze, and certainly not confusion, but... Your gaze falls to the edge of the paper, where the WJA stamp enters your vision. Logic fades as the poster of the Arcadia evacuation abruptly jumps into mind. Suddenly, it departs, leaving behind a barely noticeable sound in your ear, something between a soft sigh and mocking laughter. Shaking your head to dispel the comfort, you open your terminal as you ponder each word. Damn. Alright. Isla, hi. Thank you for your invitation today. The musical was fascinating. I really enjoyed it too. Aw. After writing out all your thoughts on the evening, you hesitate before adding one more line. I wonder when the Arcadia evacuation we talked about today will be released. If it's convenient for you, let's watch it together. I still have a bit of free time left before returning to duty. I'd like to have a meal with you. Aw. Dream till the timeless end. Time does not flow in cycles for humans, it flows in a straight line. This is why humans can never find happiness. Because happiness is the longing for repetition. Damn, wow, what a quote to end that. Jesus. Alright, interesting. Alright, Okay, sorry about that, but yeah. Yeah, let's keep going. Operation Theater. Alright, let's go. War Government Social Art, Babylonian 9 o'clock. I responded to your earlier message. You come to the WJA with the drinks you got from the shopping district on the day you agreed upon. Alright, let's go. You arrive at Isla's private studio on the second floor and notice a framed poem hanging on the hallway wall. Royal blue ink flows, elegant lettering like spring buds. Subtle and tender, blooming against the cold, hard wall. I love your feet. What? Because they've traveled the world, across waters and channels. Okay. Okay, fair. Until you and me finally meet. Okay, yeah, okay, that's fair. Okay, yeah, okay. Fun poem. Okay, yeah, I guess that works as a poem. You freeze at the words, they stir a faint ripple in your thoughts. You touch the edge of the frame, your fingers gently caress it before reaching the label beneath. Or, well, yeah. A few characters on the label have become blurred due to the passage of time, or the carelessness of a cleaning staff. Ignore the blurred words without further thinking and keep walking toward Isla's room. Alright. Isla sits before several portrait sculptures in her private studio. Her body is perfectly still as her fingers gently trace the facial features of one. She doesn't react to your movements. After watching her for a while, you notice her pupils are not focusing. She's lost in thought. Press the cold drink on her cheeks. Here, it's cold. Nah, not this. When did it get here? Earlier. I hope it didn't disturb you. No, not at all. If it did, it's fine. You're always welcome here. Isla casually pulls up a chair for you to sit down. Are you working on something? You're not actually considering putting someone into your painting from our earlier conversation, are you? Haven't I already done that? Isla chuckles softly and tilts her head, continuing to gently caress the figure 8. And after a moment, she begins to explain. Alright. I've been feeling inspired. In my dreams, I keep seeing a silhouette. A field, yes, a field. In my dream, there's this vast open field with lots of flowers, many different kinds and so many of them. That person is standing among the flowers. Sometimes she's just standing there. The sky in my dreams is always dim, so can't see her movements clearly. Several times her silhouette has become so ethereal that it seemed to merge with the sunset glow on the horizon. Aw. I want to reach out and hold on to her, but I can't get close. I feel like I know her, and she shouldn't be in such a lonely, desolate scene. As she continues, Isla's brow furrows and her voice takes on a hint of urgency. Who is she? Why is she there? I don't know, it's weird. I can't explain what I'm feeling. Yeah. Pat her back. As you gently pat Isla, her body gradually relaxes. Take your time, don't rush. I'm sorry, you had to see me like that. It's just I've been dreaming about this so often lately, it feels... Isla gives up on explaining and lets out a sigh instead. Have you tried drawing this figure? I did try, but... Isla scratches her head, leaving traces of paint on the tips of her hair. The rest of it turned out fine, but the face, no matter how hard I try, I can't capture that feeling from my dream. As Isla speaks, her fingers trace over the eyes of the human sculpture, as if trying to capture the elusive spark of information hovering just above her grasp. Well, that's why you were staring at the sculpture. Isla makes a soft sound in agreement, turns around and rubs her temple with a frown. Yeah, so now I'm stuck. It's not a big deal. This just happens all the time in creative work, whether it's painting or writing. Time nurtures beauty. Her finger slides downward, and Isla snaps out of her thoughts. Alright, would you like to see it? It is in the back. It looks just a rough draft, though. Of course. Isla nods happily and begins cleaning up her supplies. Her gaze follows her movements. Art supplies are spread across the table. Almost every item bears the WGAA stamp. And you suddenly remember something. Hey, I have something to show you. You take a blank letter from your pocket. You're going to ask Alan, the head of the WGA, about it, but he seems off work today. Isla pauses for a moment, wipes her hands and puts on a pair of clean, transparent gloves before taking the letter. She looks at it carefully. Is this a letter? What's wrong with it? Do you know where it's from? The paper does have the WJA stamp on it, but I can't tell if it actually came from the association. Our stationery isn't just for internal use. It's also available through Babylonia's shops. Wait. Isla stops when the letter paper catches the light of a particular angle. Did he find something? Isla examines it a bit longer, then shakes her head and hands the letter back. No, I just thought it looked familiar, but that's normal since our association's paper. It's our association's paper. Sorry, I don't think I can help you. Is it urgent? I could connect you with someone who specializes in authentication. Okay then, let's go inside. Let's go inside, I bet. You walk into the inner room with Isla. She heads straight to the humongous far wall, where a thin white cloth hangs. Wow, is the entire wall covered? Yep. Isla glances back with a smile, clearly enjoying your impressed reaction. She gently tugs at the corner of the canvas. The white cloth falls like a waterfall, revealing the breathtaking artwork behind it. This enormous waist-shot portrait featuring a woman in blue and white, in a blue and white dress, with a cluster of iris flowers on one side. Only her face is blank, as if deliberately erased. Isla tilts her head up toward the blank space and lets out a soft sigh before getting ready to introduce it. This is what I was telling you about earlier, huh? Not this? A deafening roar crashes like a tsunami against your ears. Damn. Alice's voice becomes muffled and indistinct. The moment you see the portrait, that strange discomfort returns. An overwhelming impulse takes control of your body and makes you move closer. What your eyes see overlaps with what your heart feels, both struggling with a name that refuses to take form. Who are you? Diagnosis Theater, Fast City. Miss Iris. I'm at the lounge, but he's not here. What should I do? We're running out of time. Don't worry, record show is booked for today's performance, and his car isn't at his residence. Iris smiles and nods politely at people passing by, reassuring the female voice on her earpiece. We have 20 minutes into the performance. Audiences for events like this don't usually arrive early. Relax, Dandelion, relax. Aw. As you speak, waiters and security guard notices Iris. They exchange a look before slowly walking towards her. I'm leaving the rest to you. I may need to step away for a moment. But believe in yourself. You can do this. Iris turns off her earpiece and casually turns to blend into the crowd. The waiter and security guard pick up their pace. Alright. Dandelion swallows hard amid the static of her earpiece as he carefully navigates between the rows of the seat in the hall. She locates her target soon enough, but... Is this someone else's seat? Yes, row 12, seat 16. This is the seat I was assigned. Did you check your ticket? Perhaps you could take it out to check? Weird, I was sure this was my seat. I'm sorry. Let me ask the staff. The woman looks at Dandelion's ticket with confusion before getting up. Dandelion exhales in relief. They should give her enough time. Dandelion sits down, suddenly glances at the man reading beside her, and ponders the best way to start a conversation. To her surprise, he speaks first. Misdirection may be a verbal skill, but lying is an entirely different matter. Deceiving others is unforgivable. Damn. Huh? Eurydice. A classic opera returns to Dionysus Theater after 3 years. Tickets priced at $30,000 and $30,000 and $100,000 qualifies as substantial sums under Article 266 of the Criminal Code. However, that is a law from the Orient, which I've been studying recently. Fast City's amounts may differ, though. I may imagine not by much. No, wait, that's not... The man closes his book and looks at Dandelion with a scrutinizing gaze. Madam, the ticket you just presented as evidence is fake, and your deception techniques are terrible. You've been glancing at me since you sat down. I don't consider myself particularly charming, so this must be about business. Music plagiarism case? Financial inheritance? Ah, I see. The chemical pollution lawsuit, correct? You're spokesperson for Mengu Corporation. Oh, wait, stop. I think you've got the wrong idea. The man shakes his head and sighs. I understand the situation is urgent, but tracking me down like this is uncalled for. Didn't my firm publish a notice? I'm currently working for the United Government and have no capacity to take on new cases. Would you just listen to me for a moment? Caught off guard by the man's assumptions, Dandelion unintentionally raises his voice. Go ahead, I'll let you make up another story. Who's making up? Fuming, Dandelion raises the booklet in her hand, only to lower it again. You're so annoying. Why did Iris tell me to? Okay, fine, I'm here for you. I see, I knew it. I'm not here to hire you for some case. I'm definitely not sent by that Men Something You Corporation. I'm here to save you. Hurry up and come with me. Your life is in danger. Danger? What kind of dumb new scam is this? He barely finishes when a strong tremor shakes the entire hall. At the same time, Dandelion's earpiece reconnects. She's here. Dandelion, take Jonathan and go. Hey, okay, let's go.
Dandelion, do you read me? Have you spotted the target?
Not yet. I'm in the lounge on the right side. It's crowded here, and I'm still looking. Sorry.
In that case, stick to the plan and check the room on the left.
Hey, English dub!
The security system here is as sensitive as ever. I'm out of tune. Looks like I still need practice. Here's to the flying birds and drifting clouds. I'm out of tune. Looks like I still... The overture is done.
God damn it, man, I
Time
hate
for the
these
main
things.
movement. Go, conductor. Let me handle the curtain call. Here's to the dawn light and morning dew. Dandelion, what's the situation on your end?
There seems to have been some commotion just now. Security personnel are trying to calm everyone down, and some of the corridors have been closed off.
Looks like we'll need to find another route.
Oh, jumping? Oh, shit. Alright. Lever, only lever mech is still locked. Alright. Alright, safety lever's been unlocked. Alright, cool.
The device here still seems to be operational. This theater is a maze. If something goes wrong, guests can't easily escape. Breaking through wouldn't be difficult, but it would cause a bigger commotion. Better to proceed with caution. Breaking through wouldn't be difficult, but it would cause a bigger commotion. Better to proceed with caution.
Okay, so it was literally just same dialogue. Alright.
Something
Oh,
doesn't seem
fun.
right. Is that Luya? I should confirm. The placement of these objects seems a bit strange. The posture of this plaster figure has been clearly distorted.
Statues at the dining table. Guests sitting around the dining table. On the table is a note that says something confusing. Please serve the guests on the far left, in the middle, and closest to you. Alright.
That doesn't seem right. Perhaps I should look around for more clues. That doesn't seem right. Perhaps I should look around for more clues. That doesn't seem right. Perhaps I should look around for more clues. That doesn't seem right. Perhaps I should look around for more clues.
Oh, 3 wine glasses. Your at tables indicated someone people once had a long conversation here. Alright. Oh, there we go. Am I supposed to serve it to them? Oh, am I supposed to serve it to them? Oh shit, okay.
Pages are missing from the books here. The posture of this plaster figure has been clearly distorted. That doesn't seem right. Perhaps I should look around for more clues. The posture of this plaster figure has been clearly distorted. That doesn't seem right. Perhaps I should look around for more clues. Pages are missing from the books here. The posture of this plaster figure has been clearly distorted.
I don't get it, man. What the hell? What?
The posture of this plaster figure has been clearly distorted.
Anything else around here, or what? Okay, I'm just confused, man. What the hell? What the hell?
The posture of this plaster figure has
Alright,
been
come on.
clearly distorted.
Okay, there we go. God damn. Bro, why was that so confusing? What the hell? God damn it, man. Alright, let's see.
This sheet music, it's severely damaged, but it looks restorable.
A music score placed randomly on the table. Perhaps we can read it if we can remove the stains on it.
Leave it to me.
Alright. Oh shit, yo, what? Oh shit, oh, literally, oh, rhythm game, goddamn, I was not ready for that. Oh yeah, this song! Man, I kinda suck at rhythm games.
That felt like a good performance. That should do it. Jonathan, and Dandelion's here too.
Oh, cutscene!
She's here. Dandelion, take Jonathan and go! I need to get to the second floor quickly. Is there anything... Ah, the lift from earlier.
Alright, let's go.
I can't afford to linger here too long.
Oh, fun.
I'm out of tune. Looks like I still need practice. I'm out of tune. The overture is done. Time for the main movement. Toss in a bit of more. To the stars, I offer this song. A bold, defiant bloom. Yeah.
Got him.
Dandelion, meet me at the exit.
Hey, nice. The Dionysus Theater has lost its elegance. Decorations fallen, sculptures lie toppled over. Even the ceiling is at risk of collapse. Oh shit. The well-dressed guests now scramble toward the exits, the screams and wails blending into a harsh, chaotic clamor. Johnny feels someone grab his sleeve as he passes a corner. Go. No, not that way. Why, the exit is that way. Follow me. The short sprint has left Dandelion breathless because she is used to sitting in a chair all day at work. She explained the causes and consequences of making demands, allowing others to decide whether to agree or disagree. I'm not your defendant. Very well, Miss Plaintiff. I believe following the crowd is safer if the enemies are targeting us. Plain UI. Dandelion's upbringing barely helps her swallow the curses that are brewing at the tip of her tongue. Dandelion catches her breath, grits her teeth, and warns the man. That's why we need to stay away from Crown, because the enemy's coming for you. Why do you think I went out of my way to warn you? I appreciate the gesture, but without further evidence, I'm afraid I cannot. Suddenly, a shriek erupts from behind them. Shriek! The whale gets closer in the blink of an eye, and Jonathan's face turns white. I find your testimony extremely convincing now. I'll follow you. Okay, finally, bro. Jonathan hastily quickens his pace. After a few steps, he turns to grab Dandelion, who's struggling to keep up. Let's go. Thank you. The exit is right up ahead. Before they can relax, a rush of air pressure surges from behind them. Watch out! Hey, nice. Instead of blood, they see swift blue light dart past, piercing the monster behind them. Right then, a car with its engine still running skids to a halt in front of the exit. Hop in. Hey, nice. Jonathan sits in the back of the speeding car, occasionally glancing behind them, still trembling from the ordeal. Dandelion, sitting in front, rummages through the glove compartment before passing a medicine box and water to Jonathan, after taking some for herself. Meltador. Metalor. Within a moment, Jonathan visibly relaxes. We should be safe now, right? Yes, everything in the theater was just her extension. We should be fine now that we've shaken them off. Iris speaks in a slow, slow voice. Ma'am, are you alright? You can call me Iris. Iris gestures toward Dandelion in the passenger seat as she speaks. Dandelion. Also known as Miss Plaintiff, hello. Dandelion cuts Iris off and extends her hand with an expressionless face. Jonathan awkwardly takes her hand and introduces himself. Hello everyone, my name is Ah. Hi, Mr. Ah, nicknamed Jonathan, we know who you are. Dandelion casually withdraws her hand, as if she wasn't the one who just crushed his fingers, then opens a notebook. Jonathan, 31 years old, born in Fast. Holds titles as Professor of International Political Relations and expert in international geopolitical strategy. Special consulting advisor to the United Government's International Legal Office. Current work involves reviewing Bane's legal provisions in preparation for the revision of the New Earth Codex. Dandelion looks at Jonathan, then speaks to asks a question, emphasizing each word. Is the aforementioned information accurate? Meticulous, precise, and completely accurate. Very good, now then. Dandelion. Iris calls out to Dandelion, her voice weak with fatigue. Can you drive? Ah, of course, I'm sorry, I didn't notice. It's okay. Iris nods and stops the vehicle. The two quickly switch seats. Iris adjusts her seat and closes her eyes. Her breathing quickly becomes steady and rhythmic. Seriously. Shh. Keep your voice down. I'll tell you whatever you want to know. Let Iris sleep. She's exhausted. Aw. Hey, let's go. Well then, damn, alright. Okay, cool, alright. But yeah, interesting stuff, man. Alright, but yeah, interesting stuff so far. But yeah, let's keep going. Straightforwardness. World Government Associated Environment, Babylonia. In a private studio, Isla grabs her wrist and tears herself away from the canvas. It's not because of her sketch, but a sense of that something is wrong. Noctis, are you alright? Isla's voice fades in and out. Sweat covers your body as you focus on your own condition instead of the canvas. Your consciousness jumps up and down until it finally restores the edges of your form, stabilizing you. These are very clear symptoms of overexertion. The test shows no other problem, so I won't give you any meds. Rest is the most effective. Take some time off if you can. The Star of Life doctor continuously scrolls through the test reports on the screen, offering reassurance. It's not overwork or fatigue. Neither mental nor physical exhaustion would cause a reaction like this. Despite your ravages, my lover shall be young forever in my poetry. Something's wrong. Is it the sounds I'm hearing or the images I'm seeing? You look up again. The blank face on the canvas shifts in your vision and seems tangible and elusive at the same time. You take out fresh writing paper the moment you close the cabinet. Your emotion is fluid, as if closing the mail cabinet and writing a reply to someone is habit, instinct, a natural consequence of countless repetitions. But as pen meets paper, discomfort makes your hand freeze, even though you already know the opening lines and just need to write them down. Very nice. There's an emotion that I've forgotten, but my body remembers. Not this. Isla's voice becomes a bit clearer. She's reaching out to me, showing concern for me, emotion and care in her tone to help define my sense of self. The emotional experience fades. Things lie on the chopping board of rationality. Just as a blade of scrutiny is about to fall, the struggle to take concrete form again. Something I don't know about is happening. My perception has blind spots. The problem is with me. I'm fine, Commander. It's just that I had just had a strange feeling just now. It felt a little weird. Now, perhaps the problem isn't just with me, but with us. Someone with some larger concept altogether. Reach the conclusion and your spirit and flesh become calm again. The unknown, the ultimate fear, yet when trouble shows its tip on the ocean surface, past experiences become the best sedative. No disturbances of conscience can shake a commander on active duty. Yeah, I'm alright. Isla. You rapidly look up, sweat dripping down your face. Your gaze fixes on Isla. Yes? Take a photo of this canvas. We're going to the Star of Life. Sure. You pull out your terminal to book a session at the Star of Life while explaining to a confused Isla who trusts your judgment. A few days ago, I started experiencing symptoms to war trauma. The doctor said it was just fatigue. But at the Opera House, I experienced hallucinations. I dismissed it as one-time occurrence, but now the canvas triggered it again, didn't it? What did you see, or rather, what did you remember? I didn't see anything, nor did I remember anything. However, you raise your right hand toward Isla, your fingertips still stained with paint from the canvas. Your body reacted before you noticed, I see. However, it would make more sense if it only triggered hallucinations. But this time, you're unconsciously compelled to act, suggesting the stimulus is stronger and affecting you more deeply. Damn. Isla puts down her camera and steps back to look at the canvas, only to realize something isn't right. Well, this painting is inspired by scenes from my own mind. Yes, that's why you need to get examined as well. You hand over your terminal with a blank medical appointment form for Isla to verify. We need to figure out what's really happening. Alright, Interesting. Star of Life, 1020. This pristine white decor and scent of an antiseptic create a reassuring atmosphere for every visitor. You're out of the Star of Life with the island spot from several familiar faces before you even reach the reception. I usually wouldn't say this, but since I've seen it, I have to say you crossed the line. Star of Life is a place for healing and saving lives, not a tool for covering up your messes. Damn. Of course, I completely agree. Where else in Babylonia could you find a cleaner place than this? Of course, it's Collins. But what we're doing is also a form of treatment. Some troubles on the surface can be fixed with a bit of money, but if it happens in space... Collins taps his foot on the floor, his tone overflowing with a sincerity that seems to come from the heart. That's not a slight against anyone would want to see. Medical practice requires a license. The treatments must follow proper protocols. Of course, everything we're doing is within the scope of medical protocols. Yeah, I somehow doubt that. Colin's smile stays intact as he passes the conversation to the man behind him. Asimov. The silence lasts only a few seconds before Hippocrates reluctantly hands over what appears to be an official notice, which Asimov takes in size. You know about this? Yes and no, they move too quickly. Asimov hesitates, as if wanting to explain something, but lets out a sigh. You know, I've never been able to figure out how they think, and I don't want to waste them time trying, but I'll keep a closer eye on from now on. If you say so. Let's go. Attending physician Collins, I'll show you Babylonia's illnesses. Illness. You must be joking. Hasn't it already been cleared? I'm here to offer condolences as compensation. To show sincerity, Collins produces a basket of gifts, with the most expensive item being an anonymous credit chip nestled among the flowers. Hippocrates responds with a grunt, shoves his hands back into his pockets and turns to leave. The two walk away while Asimov remains still. What happened? Noctis? Startled, Asimov looks up and tucks his pen back into his collar. His tone shows mild irritation. Minor issue with the Science Council. The Control Court has taken several researchers in for questioning. The Control Court, not Corona? They're involved, but they weren't the cause. Asimov pauses briefly, thinking about whether to explain it further. Discrepancies between the actual results and what was reported were found for a project at one of the Science Council's research institutions. So the Control Court intervened under counter-espionage and confidentiality breach regulations. Sounds like standard procedure. But Corona doesn't see it that way. They interpreted the Control Court's crackdown on the Science Council as a premeditated collaboration. I don't understand. Why would Corona interpret the Control Court's attack as cooperation? The Control Court confronts the Science Council, and their investigation extends to other projects in the process. Corona's project gets accidentally caught up in it. That's what they're worried about. How exactly does this all relate? The reasoning seems a bit off. Because this isn't the first time. Corona secretly interfering with Science Council research projects is nothing new. The Control Court and Science Council responding to or retaliating against such actions is also common. I don't like getting involved in these political games, but... Did they cross the line this time? Asimov brows furrows together, showing he's deep in thought. To prove their innocence, they started treating all involved researchers as criminals during investigations. The worst suffered severe psychological trauma that the Control Court's own medical team couldn't handle, so they transferred them to the Star of Life. Sounds very much like they were trying to destroy evidence. That's what I thought, too, but Corona released recordings of the entire process. This time they're genuinely innocent, so of course they made a point of being open about the investigation. Besides, this incident was very unusual. Asimov's expression grows increasingly serious as he delves into the details. There was a glaring, inexplicable gap in the project's research progression. Like a skyscraper that appeared out of thin air. The project's latest technology has already been implemented on several frames and even deployed on a small scale, yet the most recent batch of experimental results was only produced last month. With the earlier derivation process and prototype technology seemed to have vanished. Did they not notice anything unusual? No, the project members' reactions to this question were also so consistent. They seemed more like a rehearsed performance than a coordinated cover-up. Complete ignorance, bewilderment, excuses. Even the sequence of their reactions was nearly identical across the board. Asimov's brow furrows even deeper. This left every investigator confused, so they drew the simplest conclusion, that the researchers sold their findings and then falsified the progress reports. But if their goal is to steal and sell classified information, it makes no sense that they would implement the research results. This is another point that the investigation fails to explain. Something must have gone wrong, but neither Control Core nor Corona have given me time to figure it out. It's simple, without one, there can not be two. Without materials and manufacturing process, there will not be a finished product. Asimov's words coherently connect several abstract concepts. Isla. You pull out the letters you discovered in the cabinet. They have recipients and broken wax seals. Letters that are just like the finished products, but the paper inside is completely blank. Sounds a bit far-fetched, but looks like you've run into trouble as well. That's why Noctis and I came to the Star of Life. Asimov, does this project have any connection to the WGAA? I don't know your situation, but this project has nothing to do with the WGAA. It's military research, primarily for the battlefield. They study Tenebrion energy, which you should know about. Oh, Tenebrion mention! Asimov pauses for a moment before continuing. The project's official codename is Abbas. His predecessor was a research institution from the Golden Age called the Abbas Research Institute. Does what happened to you have anything to do with this name? You exchange a look with Isla, both shaking your heads. H0584 Noctis Kyrios. RS0585 Isla. Please proceed to window 27. Isla's about to say something when a cold electronic voice sounds in the lobby. It's their scheduled consultation. Oh, damn, alright. Interesting, okay. Interesting. Alright. Real interesting. Trauma, huh? Interesting. Alright. But, yeah, I gotta do something real quick. I'll be back in a sec. I'm back. Sorry about that, but yeah. Let's keep going. Protagonist. Let's go! Babylonia, Star of Life. Doors open with a click as you and Isla exit from two different rooms. Alright. No, 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 I don't want to skip. What the hell? Neither of the two consciousness connections produce symptom patterns similar to what you described during tests. We sped up the process. Both patients show physical functions, mind and mind beacon stability levels above safety thresholds. The conversation has been sent to our psychology department for analysis, but they'll need to interview your friends, family, and colleagues before forming a conclusion. This process will take 3 to 4 business days. Our preliminary diagnostics indicates mass conversion disorder. The doctor delivers the results in monotone, then sets down the paper to add more information. For most patients, the diagnostic process would end here, but because it's not this, we'll follow up. Considering your previous reports, I'm inclined to believe this finding is meaningless. You don't believe your own preliminary diagnosis? In my professional opinion, except in extremely rare cases, of course, I don't mean to speak ill of any patient. The doctor smiles an apology and makes a gesture, as if trying to take back the inappropriate comment, but becomes serious again. Apart from a handful of cases, I've never seen other commandants exhibit similar psychological symptoms in their daily lives. Commandant can still fall ill or have physical and mental health issues. Others may have psychological issues, but nothing nearly as severe as what you've described. We haven't detected any signs of infection, so thank you for your honesty. I might not agree, but your status as an elite squad commandant still takes priority over your status as a patient. Even if others have doubts, I won't say it. I'm a doctor and I'm supposed to reassure my patients. But you need assistance instead of reassurance. I'm sorry I couldn't be of any more help. Don't worry, just leave the rest to us. Aw. The doctor shakes her head, gathers the examination forms, and leaves the room. As she exits, Asimov enters. Is the examination over? Hey. You didn't go? You're actually still here? There's no evidence linking what happened to you with the Science Council's incidents, but I'm still concerned about your condition. Damn, alright. The Science Council is responsible for all commandants' mental well-being, as it directly affects the stability of your mind beacon. Alright. I know the general situation now. What would you like to do next? Consult Isla for advice. Isla, is that okay with you? That's alright. This is about Noctis, so don't worry too much about me. Let's start by physically examining the painting in the letter. We need to help with trace evidence analysis and authentication techniques. Okay. Asimov immediately accepts. It's clear he's already had this in his mind, but is waiting for you to confirm his guess. Alright. The samples needed to be private, so we'll assign technicians who are familiar with you both. We'll ensure the safety of your objects during the examination. I'll get someone to retrieve Isla's canvas as soon as possible. Notice your letter. He extends his hand toward you as he says this. Alright. I'll leave it to you then. You take the letter from your pocket and hand it to Asimov. After parting, you leave the Star of Life with Isla. Interesting. Fast City Suburban Villa, 12:30. At the villa's entrance, a weathered mailbox creaks in the wind as Iris reaches in to pull out a letter. Sharp edge leaves Iris's fingertips unscathed, that the sharp sensation reminds her of her exhaustion. These lapses in tension are occurring more frequently. It's not a good sign. Iris shakes her head and opens the letter. Rows of delicate, elegant cursive and royal blue ink flow across the page with confidence. The multilateral trade agreement has been signed at the Mirror Sea Twin Towers and officially implemented. The peace operation conducted by the Tsuka Independent Guard along the maintained coastline is concluded. The 709th Mechanized Brigade of the United Government has entered the rural rainforest in accordance with the joint security regulations of the New Earth Codex, rural in the United Government section. Each line reads like a brief report, with items arranged chronologically. Anyone can find all of this information with a quick search. Even most of the details have been made public. Interesting. The letter doesn't provide any additional details. Yeah, Iris sighs with relief after reading it. She carefully folds the letter, tucks it into her pocket, and walks back to the villa. Alright. In the villa's living room, Dandelion and Jonathan sit at opposite ends of the coffee table. The conversation is serious yet odd. Dandelion wears a grave expression while Jonathan looks confused. And then what? There is no and then. That's all there is to know about why you were attacked at the opera house. Do you have any questions? I know what I just said might sound a bit absurd. I just have one question. Are you finished? Like that speedy recital of my identity in the car, are you done with your rigorous, precise, and informative explanation? Yes, did I leave anything out? No, I mean, what you've been saying must be some science fiction to set the mood. Like how a judge always says a few transitional words before announcing the verdict. Jonathan rests his elbows on his knees, hands clasped over his nose and lips. His leg bounces nervously before he takes a deep breath and drops his hands to his sides. For instance, the truth could be that I work for the United Government, helping revise the articles of the New Earth Codex. Interesting. A group of dissatisfied civilians have targeted me. Most of them victims of the peace operation. They oppose the United Government and don't want to see the New Earth Codex implemented, so they planned the attack. Jonathan's analysis is logical and clear. The conclusion is the worst-case scenario in his mind when he accepted this job. But human imagination has its limits. Trouble does not. Jonathan, this isn't a courtroom. We're not a jury playing make-believe. Do you really think what happened is something ordinary people or the military or these specialized organizations could carry out? Interesting. Jonathan opens his mouth but nothing comes up. He stands up and freezes before swallowing his words. Anger or losing control is unfamiliar to Jonathan or any lawyer. So you're saying that whoever is targeting me isn't a civilian organization nor an armed group opposing the United Government, but rather someone with supernatural powers who can travel through time, someone who can easily cause mass destruction. Jonathan pauses, desperately searching through his knowledge for anything similar. A criminal is still committing crimes. Dandelion nods in silence. What is her goal? Why target me? Is it because I have the ability to convict this Noriluya someday for crimes against humanity? It's far more than that. Your pen has the power to change the world, Mr. Jonathan. Iris's voice comes from behind. She's leaning on the wall next to the stairs, tending to her hand wounds. You can change history. Without you, the New Earth Codex between the United Government and the Bane local government would fail. This would hinder multiple United Government initiatives, and as for Bane... Iris has a glance at Dandelion and pauses a bit. Bane will also be incorporated into the United Government's peace operation mission. Alright. Jonathan stares at the glass on the table in silence, then gives a self-mocking smile. Make it sound like I'm saving the world. No, my duty is to ensure that history moves along its original path. What's the difference? Are you suggesting something? Jonathan looks around, his gaze settling on Iris's bandaged hands. Vehicle, safe house, essential documents. This isn't your first operation. Is it the protection mission that keeps repeating, or your battles with Honora Luya? Damn. Does that mean anything to you, Mr. Jonathan? Iris wants to change the topic, but Jonathan reads something from her brief silence. This rhetorical question doesn't align with her demeanor and words. Avoidance and reluctance are two different things. Fine, the truth is always more complex than words on paper. I get it. I mean, we're dealing with time travel. What about your identity? Surely you can explain that, even if it's just a story. A group of guardians hidden in the shadows, an organization that maintains historical stability. I'm afraid none of that exists. What you see is all there is. This is not a time for jokes. The whole fighting alone is the rule thing only happens in superhero movies. Just the three of us against the mastermind behind an attack of that scale today? To be precise, it's only Iris. Jonathan looks toward Dandelion, who tucks a strand of hair behind her ear. Like you, I'm an ordinary person. Iris saved me, and I want to do something in return. Can't we ask for help, like sharing Honora Luya's file with the United Government to get the military involved? The weapons of this era can hardly pose a threat to Luya, and sharing information would only create more complications. At that point, Luya wouldn't even need to make a move. The future would already be altered. What would happen if it changes? The world ends. The world ends. Iris calmly looks at Jonathan in silence. If the prisoner finds a way out before the prison is sealed, all efforts will be in vain, and the world will vanish into one final echo, but she has no other solution, nor can she tell this to these two. Fine, you don't need to say anything. I can tell from your expression that the outcome will be catastrophic. I understand how you feel. Perhaps you need some time to process this. Don't worry, we'll protect you until you reach Bane and finish your work. With that said, Iris turns to go upstairs. Well... Jonathan turns his head to see Dandelion hiding half her face behind a book. Why don't we take a look at Bane's history first? Jonathan reaches for the book with a sigh. Only the quiet sounds of pages turning remains in the villa. Hey, nice. Alright, interesting. Okay. Interesting that we're flashing between present and past. And quote-unquote past. Alright. Alright, nah, but yeah, interesting for real. But yeah, let's keep going. Faceless. Alright, let's go. Fast City, suburban villa. Alright. Iris returns to her room, where letters she retrieved from the mailbox lie spread across her table. She pulls out letter paper, casually stacking them before picking up her pen. Elegant royal blue ink flows across the page. Bane has signed the new codex ending successful journey. By then, the notes will have completely slid to the bottom of the staff, and the distance from the main line with width 5 will be the optimal length for the slash. The closed loop will set forth a chain of events, and our sending message via letters may longer be viable. You must ensure the viability of the remaining option during your journey. Damn. The flow of ink stops here. Iris hesitates before adding an emotional line. Hey, Fuzzy. Bruh, Fuzzy. Hi, Fuzzy. But yeah, hi, Fuzzy. Yeah, welcome to the stream, Fuzzy. Welcome. But yeah, welcome. Alright, let me just switch that. There we go. No problem, Fuzzy. Alright, there we go. Alright. Alright, there we go. But yeah, we're currently reading some story, Selena story. And apparently we're, apparently in the past, probably? The critical point of the slash is close enough secured. Alright. But yeah, we're dealing with Selena stuff. And apparently this whole closed loop stuff, but yeah. But yeah, currently us, the commandant, is currently like tripping out, apparently, but yeah. Goody stuff for real, Fuzzy. We just started a new chapter, for real. And this is Selena! Has to do something with protecting a guy named Jonathan, who's like a big shot lawyer for the government, from being assassinated by a lady called Honora Luya or something. But yeah. Iris blows the blank dry, slips the letter into an envelope, and stamps it with a wax seal. She lets out a long sigh. She pulls out a blank piece of paper, carefully lays it on the desk, and leans back against her chair. Her expression softens. The seriousness from earlier, when she spoke of Luya, and her calm, composed front both begin to disappear. Her gaze travels beyond this piece of paper, the room, and even the horizon. Suddenly, Iris chuckles softly. Dear Noctis, how are you? I miss you so much. The writing flows with tranquility, each stroke soft and tender. Even the air in the room seemed to have lightened. After a long while, the sound of her pen running on paper ceases as the letter is finally done. Looking at these words, Iris is reading it over and over again. As if reading it countless times might allow her to hear the recipient's gentle voice replying in her ear. Finally, Iris makes herself stop, knowing that indulging such comfort only makes the long journey ahead more difficult. Uh-huh. Okay. She picks up her violin and the bow dances across the strings. Aw. As the music fills the air, the letter begins to dance, drawn by an unseen force. It bundles into a tight ball, then unfolds like a germinating seed and grows into a flower. A pale blue glow creeps up the paper flower, then vanishes with the last note, as if it were never there at all. Oh, damn. Okay, interesting. Inside the villa, Dandelion sits beside Jonathan with documents spread across the table, patiently explaining everything. Due to their troubled history, the people of Bane are particularly sensitive to certain ideas in the New Earth Codex. A prime example is the Northern Territory incident, which had a profound impact on Bane's social climate and public consciousness. If we want to advance the protocol, these sections should... Oh, damn. Bang. Jonathan? The man has his eyes on the text, but his mind is wandering. He snaps the book shut, and a loud noise startles Dandelion. Oh, damn, alright. Am I making it dry? If you're not interested in this part, we could... Your eloquence and tone are far more pleasant than cold legal articles, but... Jonathan calmly finishes the thought that Dandelion didn't finish. I'm sorry, you're right, I'm not interested. Dandelion, have you ever been to court? No, I'm not a lawyer. I'm just a content writer who read some legal documents after learning about my mission. Do you know what lawyers typically do when they get a trial they're going to lose? Dandelion knows what Jonathan's trying to say and furrows her brow, but realizes she's not in a position to refute him. So she speaks calmly, her tone more like a plea than a confrontation. Are you going to run away, Jonathan? No, I've always faced things head-on in my past. My win rate isn't 100%, not even 80. I've never cared about the stats. Once I take a case, I see it through to the end, no exceptions. Because I believe my presence is necessary for the court in the case. But in this situation, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not even a part of the court. Jonathan looks at the hem of his clothes. There's a tear from his escape from the Dionysus Theater. I'm just courtroom evidence to be used against Eleanor Aluya, who's facing death. I'm just a piece of evidence, one of many. Eleanor Aluya wants me dead because my death would alter the United Government's future direction. Iris wants me alive because I can ensure Bane signs the New Earth Codex. I'm important, but they don't value me. They only care about the agreement. Iris isn't like that. She's not someone who only cares about results. Otherwise, she wouldn't have saved me either. Perhaps the Iris you described does match her words and demeanor. I don't know her past, but her attitude just now, I know it all too well. I don't get what you mean. She's like a lawyer whose case is approaching its verdict, so she needs to focus on preparing the materials for the court hearing. Does knowing that mean anything to you, Mr. Jonathan? I can't see the full scope of this case. If we lose, that the defendant will destroy not only the plaintiff and lawyer, but also the evidence and even the entire court. From what she or what you've told me, I can tell that Honora Luya follows just two rules: destruction and murder. These alone make up her entire legal code. Disrupting history, mixing up time. What exactly does she want? I can't figure it out, and you don't have the answer. But no matter how I look at it, I cannot participate in a case with such a lack of transparency and high risk. If you give up here, Bane will... Dandelion presses her lips together, her eyes filled with a silent plea. Earlier, when Iris mentioned the possibility that the peace operation would include Bane, she glanced at Dandelion, giving Jonathan a clue to Dandelion's identity. Dandelion is from Bane, which explains why she willingly became involved after Iris saved her. But Jonathan is not. For his identity as a lawyer, he is more of an ordinary person. I'm sorry. He places the book on Dandelion's lap, stands up and takes out his phone, apologizing as he dials a number. I'm very grateful for her help. If you need any legal consultation in the future, you're welcome to find me, free of charge. If you need money, give me an account number. I'll donate half of my law firm's liquid assets to you immediately. Yeah, but now... Beep. With a soft beep, the call connects. Jonathan silently mounts the dandelion. I should go. This is the United Government Legal Affairs Department, Operation K-144. How may I help you? This is Jonathan, a registered lawyer with the United Government Legal Affairs Department. Due to personal reasons, I cannot continue with the current tasks assigned by the department. Please help me initiate the termination process. Please wait a moment. You are Mr. Jonathan, a consulting advisor for the Legal Affairs Department, correct? The system shows you're currently involved in the Bane Legal Code Research Project and will be traveling to Bane with the Legal Affairs Department delegation next week. You would like to end this task now, is that correct? Jonathan holds his phone and gives a slight nod after exchanging glances with Dandelion. Yes. Understood. I've processed your request. You'll need to complete some additional steps. We'll contact you again by phone. Thank you for your help. Jonathan hangs up and avoids Dandelion's gaze, bending down to pack his clothes instead. Oh. Footsteps approaches. Iris returns to the living room. Her wound's not properly treated. Looks like Mr. Jonathan and Dandelion didn't reach an agreement. This is my fault. I'm selfish. I hope you don't regret saving me. Nobody should regret saving someone's life, regardless of what happens. When running away won't solve anything. As long as you're still in charge, Luya won't let you go. I'm already giving up on the task assigned to me by the United Government. Though I know it's not right to pass this disaster on to someone else. Jonathan's hands freeze as he buttons his sleeve. But I'm innocent too. You're missing my point. If things could be changed so easily, Luya and I wouldn't be at the standoff right now. Iris glances on the phone Jonathan still clutches in his hand. This world has inertia and naturally stays on its established path. It's change that comes with a price. As if to validate Iris's words, Jonathan's phone rings. Joe, are you in trouble? I ran into something at the Dionysus Theater. Tension in the room for real, Fuzzy, for real. Jonathan looks up at the two. We were attacked by an armed organization. The resolve to stop Bane from signing the New Earth Codex is far beyond what we imagined. Joe, I know how hard this is for you, but someone has to finish this. The New Earth Codex is a massive undertaking. The Legal Affairs Office of the United Government has no other option left. Even I am already on a plane. I would appeal to some grand cause to persuade you, but the world is changing. Once you've caught up in it, it's difficult to walk away. You've been a member of the United Government so long, and part of their peacekeeper operations. Aren't you familiar with their methods by now? Jonathan's face instantly darkens. Think it over again, Joe. It's not just for others, it's also for yourself. Thank you for your reminder. Jonathan abruptly ends the call. Before he can even process his emotions, his phone lights up again. It's a text message from the United Government. Each word hides a threat behind respect. Damn. Iris sighs before she can speak. A knock at the door breaks the silence. Hello? Hello, this is Unit 6. Which one of you is Iris? I have something for you. Iris takes the envelope and the familiar texture sends a wave of unease through her. The blue handwriting appears steady, but the hurried strokes between the lines reveal it was written in haste. The multilateral trade agreement is happening at Mirror Sea Twin Towers is postponed due to an unknown attack. Witness reported mental giant, which some experts claim to be a secret military weapon. The manned Tyne Coastline peace operation at Tsuka Independent Guard is incurring significant resistance. Unknown attackers are throwing the situation into chaos. Mechanic Brigade of the United Government set the Royal Rainforest Dakota Joint Security Regulation New Earth Codex were. Yep. To the point where they were attacked by an unfunded armed organization and suffered heavy casualties. No one's claimed responsibility for the incident. Oh shit. Luya has realized the critical point for the slash is approaching. She's launched attacks against various nodes and attempting to break free. Iris, what's wrong? You look terrible. She's found the loophole. She's fighting back. Who? The ground trembles for a second before Dandelion can finish. Iris turns her head. Her mechanical pupils start adjusting and she sees something in the distance. Honora Luya, she's here. Babylonia, District Information Center server room. Alright. The next day, you follow a message on your terminal and arrive at the information center in the same district as the dormitory. The usually bustling building is now temporarily closed. A few people will come, click their tongues in disappointment, and walk away. Good morning, Commandant. Hey, Isla! What's going on here? You walk into the building with Isla after going around the barriers. Last night, the forensic department ran three thorough tests on your letter. They did not find anything. As for the painting, our last clue, it gives leads that are too vague, so they decided to involve information technology specialists. Hey! Why all the fuss for some specialists? It's not the specialists, but the solution they're working on. Isla blinks, takes out her terminal, and taps it a few times before reciting the text. We decided to extract your painting into different conceptual datasets based on 3 disciplines: art, medicine, and forensic analysis. These conceptual datasets will then be transformed into various keywords used in search throughout Babylonia to find matching content. Oh shit. Is there a version of that in plain language? I'd like one too. Beep. As she finishes speaking, the terminal chimes in and auto connects before she can touch it. Hey, Teddy! The plain version is, we're digitizing the painting to figure out why it made you both uncomfortable and to see if anyone else reacts to it. The search scope is huge, and filtering the scattered data is complicated, so we've booked this place as our temporary workspace also. The voice goes quiet for a moment. A heavy breathing sound follows, as if the speaker is leaning closer. You both came without breakfast? Damn. Bruh, Teddy. Oh, Teddy. You enter the information center server room and see rows of wide monitors lining the walls. Data cascades down the screens like waterfalls, while subtle beeps hum rhythmically. At the control console, petite figures curl up in an oversized chair with a vacant stare. She looks more like an employee who's pulled an all-nighter rather than a construct. How are you feeling? Horrible. Teddy rolls her eyes. All-nighters might be nothing new, but staring at endless streams of data is clearly more tiring than playing Ultimate Bear Brawl in her dormitory. I mean... Or the melodic notification chimes in harmony with your terminal alerts. Your order of 2 cherry-flavored electrolyte drinks and 1 cherry-flavored milk tea has been accepted. The vendor is preparing your order. There's no need to hack into my terminal. I could have ordered it for you. Because it makes me look more professional, plus it helps me blow off steam. Of course. Whatever works for you. Have you reached any conclusions? My only conclusion is that there's something odd about what happened to you. We don't have enough information to form a theory. Her fingers fly across the controls as she pulls up a user-friendly interface. A dozen files pop up in succession across the monitors. First of all, the painting. I searched Babylon's entire internal network, but there's no picture with more than 60% similarity. I also checked the ones with less similarity. No need to waste any words for that. I couldn't get more information because the portrait lacks facial features. That's usually the easiest characteristics to match, essentially serving as the key data. Because I haven't decided how to draw it yet. The cursor traces whatever across the screen in response. I also have people's reaction to this painting from over 280 individuals across 66 industries and 4 age groups using both indirect questionnaires and direct interviews. The data from this was the only result I got last night. What do you mean? Certain age groups showed reactions beyond typical observations. The reactions weren't obvious, often just casual comments or remarks. But they became significant once the sample size increased. I divided these individuals into 2 distinct groups based on their reactions. Teddy glances at Isla as she continues to speak. The first group shares an obvious trait, affiliation with the WGAA. Alan and certain other WGAA members, for example. But the second group didn't. There are no common traits in terms of social status, purchasing power, living location, or recent experiences. I spent an entire night digging and eventually found something. The result is fascinating. Teddy pulls up a column of data labeled ticket purchase records. They all attended an old opera that was recently restaged, the Arcadia evacuation. Almost all of them were present at its premiere. I've already reported these findings to Asimov, a fine resource to conduct a thorough interview of these individuals. Good work. Don't forget, I'm keeping a record and I'll send it to your terminal with daily reminders. I'll update my firewall as soon as I get home. I've already updated it, and I'm in charge of this quarter's versions, and it hasn't even been synced to the Information Technology Center yet. By the way, is that the image analysis software on screen? Isla interrupts the playful banter. Yes, it is. Do you want to search for images with less than 60% similarity? No, didn't you just say there were no matches? Then what's this? You all fix your gaze on the screen where Isla's finger is. On the bottom of the screen, on a red bar that shows an error that is self-repaired, one result stands out. Image match similarity 95%. Matching module tag character depiction. Matching target backup frame Capriccio. Details no registration info. Oh shit. Teddy furrows her brow and a dizzying array of windows pop up on the screen. Soon more information appears. Search core backup frame Capriccio. Details no registration info. Current location conservation area 221 warehouse. Frame processing status pending destruction. Process registered by control core Ishmael. A Babylonian backup frame stored in conservation area warehouse? I think we found the issue. We have 3 hours until it's destroyed. Let's head to the warehouse now. Temporary communication channel established. Upgraded combat mission under the Silence Council's patch authority. It's you in accessing conservation area 221's surveillance systems. As for Ishmael, I used the Silence Council's authority to block her service access request and stop Ishmael from reaching conservation area 221 before you do. I'm on my way to her now. Alright. Isla, let's go. You quickly assess your plan and leave Babylonia without gathering combat supplies. Alright, damn, alright. Interesting. Alright, interesting. The Capriccio frame. Selena's old frame. Selena's backup frame. Interesting. Alright, but yeah, let's keep going. The time-stealing puppet. Conservation 221. As you leave the landing pad, the noisy engines behind you briefly stop before starting again. You and Isla wave goodbye to the pilot through the windshield, then turn toward your destination. Press the terminal amidst the roaring air currents. The rumbling drowns out the sound in your earpiece. The storage area in front of you is the smallest range you've been able to narrow down. The frame was transferred to the conservation area a week ago. Item transfer within the storage areas aren't reported to Babylonium, and from current situation, I doubt they're even recorded locally. Got it, so it's time to search, right? I can show you which warehouses have the good stuff. The conservation area has loads of art on the restricted list. Now there'll be 2 more names on the list. Don't worry, I can take off my name and Isla's and put yours. Damn, alright. You arrive at the entrance, chatting along the way. Uneasiness rises as you walk up to the doorway. Teddy, check our surroundings. Wait. All 47 cameras around you are functional. No signs of tampering were detected. Isla senses the change in atmosphere and tilts her head. Commander, did you notice something? It's going a bit too smoothly. Smooth, not really. According to the puzzle game logic, we need multiple keys to unlock the path we're taking. We just started. The construct in this warehouse might only be the start, and we still have no idea what's going on with Ishmael. I think what the commandant means is that everything seems to be going in a straight line. You nod to Island and instinctively move your hand toward your holster. Identify problem, gather clues, locate target. This is almost too easy. Yeah, so we didn't even need to solve the only trouble we ran into. Thinking about an hour, initial search showed no results until an error message suddenly gave us a clue. It's odd, no matter how you look at it. Realizing the problem, the voice in your earpiece grows more alert. Yeah, true, agreed. Fuzzy, agreed. The character art, for real. If this isn't just coincidence or the task is actually straightforward, then we've stumbled into someone else's game. You exchange your look with Isla, suddenly becoming alert as you enter the warehouse side by side. Hey, alright. Oh, gameplay time!
Commandant, is it over there? There seems to be something on that platform. It's a construct frame. Looks like that's our target. We need to find a way across.
Alright then, let's go.
Who's there? Commandant, watch out!
Oh shit,
Line spacing, 0. Confirmed.
Who are you? How did you get in here?
oh shit, boss time, I guess?
Oh, a world of imagination! Do you understand the essence of Isla's? The canvas is ready. Let's paint the future
Boom.
in these new colors.
Capture target locked.
Do you understand the essence of Isla's? Yes.
Deploying suppressive fire.
The colors. The canvas is ready. Let's paint the future
Boom, we
in
got
these
'em.
new colors. Behold, a world of imagination. The canvas is ready. There's an opening. Commandant, give me a hand.
Boom.
Do you understand the essence of Islaism yet? Yes, Eureka!
Long range strike ready.
Hey, get parried, bitch!
Capture target locked.
Ah! Let's paint the future in these
Get
new
parried,
colors.
baby! Get wrecked!
No, Commandant! Commandant!
Oh shit, what? Yeah, go! Babylonian Logistics Warehouse, line spacing 0. An EMP attack like momentarily paralyzes Isla, while a thick fog obscures your vision. The signal is weakening. I'm trying to escape. My turn. Repel out tracking and mechanical interference devices from your bag, dashing through the fog toward the enemy's last known location. Commander, watch out! Isla's warning cuts off. Her voice suddenly vanishes, leaving only silence. Damn. Your defensive counter moves fail to reach the enemy, and your punches land on nothing but air. Alright. You jump back, repositioning the tracking device and raising your gun. Yeah, your movements achieve nothing. Besides the slowly drifting thick fog, there's nothing in the environment. You pause for several seconds and move forward again, and in that instant, the fog and air seem to freeze. Interesting. Listric's warehouse? Oh, what the hell? What? Isla? You call it with caution, but receive no reply. Teddy? Bzzz. Oh, shit. What's happening? Suburban Villa, Fast City, 1530. Line spacing 2. A thunderous roar erupts, a giant collapses, and trees fall. Honora Louis' vanguard, a walker that perfectly copies her armor, has fallen, yet there's not a trace of joy on Iris' face. How do you like my gift? You didn't actually think your plans were flawless and I didn't notice, did you? When did you figure it out? Which one are you referring to? How you tried to stop me from correcting your history by copying segments of time into slices? Chopping both yourself and me inside? Quite impressive that you came up with this ingenious plan, but it's terribly complicated, isn't it? To maintain these time slices, you need to ensure all events within this time period remain in stable loops. Once a loop is broken, the slice extends into additional features, which then reconnects with the normal time chunk, am I right? Iris is relieved at the words coming from above. From the device. She must have only just discovered the issue and caused trouble. This is why Iris received another warning letter. Multilateral... unknown attack, metal giant, military weapon. Attacker throws situate chaos. Attack mounted armed, there was suffered heavy casualty, no responsible incident. At least the real plan hasn't. Iris thinks to herself, but the sarcastic word she hears next frees her blood. I've known from the very beginning, since you dragged me into this prison at a best. But I still don't know where you got your time-slicing technology. All our fights within these time slices are no different from those in the normal timeline, so my conclusion stands. Give up, I don't want to hurt you. This tug of war is pointless except a waste of our time. The play that's meant to be performed will eventually be staged. The past cannot be changed. I can make countless tries, but you only need to fail once for everything to end up like this research institute. The Hetero Tower will still descend upon this world. I don't know what this Hetero Tower is, but I won't allow you to act like this. There'll be a day when you won't be able to stop me. Sooner or later, I'll break free from this cage. Honora Luia's tone has changed again. Honora Luia's tone changes again. I expect you, Iris. Not just because of how similar we are, but because of your resolution. Detaching yourself from the normal timeline is the same as being forgotten by the world. Are you doing this just to keep me trapped in this loop for a while? I appreciate your consideration, but I don't think so far into the future. I just want to stop you from destroying our last hope. Haha, I don't believe it, Iris. No, Selena, that's what the person you were always with called you, wasn't it? It's a pity. A name is a blessing from the past to the future. If the person you cherish has forgotten it. But don't worry, I'll find them and tell them everything about you. I don't know what you're talking about. Iris responds in a confused tone, yet her hands instinctively tighten around her weapon. I never thought you resort to self-decapitation. Let me lay it out. With us, you're pushing this time slice away from the normal timeline. You plan to sink the ship with us on it and leave it eternally at the bottom of the sea. But I've already found the exit, Iris. You carefully covered your tracks, but luckily you've had a shadow that's been submerged in countless timelines for too long, and I've caught it. In the next moment, all emotion fades from Honora Luya's voice, as if her soul has been extracted. Yeah. Re-establish connection with frame number 016, number 17. Locating coordinates. Location, Conservation Area Babylonia, Logistics Warehouse. Piercing white noise erupts as thick fog begins to surge, gradually blinding Iris. Damn, alright. She recognizes this fog. Honora Luya always uses the trick whenever she does something related to time. She must stop her. She absolutely cannot let the conductor. Iris raises her weapon again, ready to lunge forward, when the sound from inside the fog makes her freeze. Damn, alright. Establishing... Smooth broadcast suddenly cuts off, as the static disrupts the orderly performance. When her voice returns, it's filled with emotion, anxiety, confusion, and above all, shock. How is this possible? Who's there? Shing. Honora Luya's voice vanishes in an instant. The white noise falls silent, and the swirling mist freezes in place. Damn, alright. Time begins to flow. Once more, as the mist rolls, gradually forming the outline of a human figure. Oh shit, us? Iris freezes. She can only make out a blurry silhouette, yet it stirs up powerful emotions within her. Alright. An absurd thought flashes through her mind as an indescribable feeling surges up from her chest. Hotter than friction, more powerful than lonely, sleepless yearning, her emotions overwhelm the reason the instant she realizes who this visitor is. Her body moves before her mind can catch up. The name she's longed for day and night is about to bloom on her lips. Conduct. Oh, yo, the art. Stay back. Oh, the art. She's met with a cold, indifferent command. The thick mist dissipates, revealing a figure hidden within. Your adrenaline spikes. Are you working with that thing? The figure comes into focus, an unfamiliar woman, a construct, apparently indicated by her physical appearance. Her brows uncontrollably furrow. You know very well that the weapon in hand won't pose any threat to her. Yet before you can formulate an approach, the figure before you bites her lips and releases her shaky grip, and her weapon, the only item that can serve as a threat, vanishes into thin air. Her hopeful gaze meets icy eyes, and her heart shatters. The fragments cut deep into her. The pain has no shape, but it's so real it takes away Iris's breath. She nearly loses her voice. Seeing this, you lower your gun slightly, but still hold it in your hand. The conductor has forgotten who she is. Oh shit. Oh shit. Jumbled sensations crash through her mind and body. The conductor stands right before her, yet feels as distant as the horizon. Oh, yo, the art here. She digs her nails deep into her palm. Pain travels into her mind as old wounds stop in unison. With great effort, Iris forces herself to remain calm. You... Hello. Nice to meet you. Damn. Damn. Rip. She tries her best to force a rather ugly smile. There are undercurrents hidden in her soft tone. My name is Iris. Iris finally figures out everything happening before her. And Nora Luya has once again extended her reach into the normal timeline, trying to leave coordinates to escape this prison. But the conductor accidentally interrupted this process and got dragged into it. Fortunately, the conductor's reaction is expected. She can still salvage this situation. Hey, nice. Alright, interesting. Okay. Interesting. So now we're technically reunited with Selena now, huh? Interesting. But yeah, I think with that said, we'll probably do this last node here. This node will probably be our last node, although it is probably going to be super long. So yeah, let's go. This node will probably be our last node for today, story node for today. So yeah, let's go. Understanding. Fast City, suburban villa. As the mist dissipates, you crouch beside the scattered metal fragments, checking them each several times before finally putting away your gun. Sorry, but a bit of a stress response there. It's alright. Oh, anyone thrown into this kind of situation would instinctively be on guard. Looks like we have a common enemy. What exactly is that thing? Luya, Nora Luya, that armor we just saw was her duplicate. Duplicate? What does she rely on to operate? This device is its core. Oh shit. Iris explains gently, sifting through the scattered debris to pick up a prism-shaped device. You take it and notice the device's surface has lost its luster. You can't tell its function from its appearance. You take out your terminal. While surveying the surroundings, everything's functioning except there's no signal. So it can block signals as well as teleport long distances. How much longer can this one last? It's already dead, or rather, this device alone is not enough. Then why? Because you're no longer in your original location. I mean, what you've crossed isn't just spatial distance. As the words trail off, an aircraft flies overhead with a roaring sound, confirming her statement. What? The core device is key to powering the duplicates, and is also the key to traveling through time. By pairing two devices together and anchoring the coordinates, it's possible to open a temporal passage. Iris pauses briefly, giving you a moment to digest this information. Temporal passage. Yes, the duplicates use this to travel to different points in time, to assassinate key figures, to destroy important objects, changing history. In your time period, there must be something she's targeted as well. Your finger strays over the strange device as what's happened with the island and Science Council flashes through your mind. Everything fits with what she just said. Time travel is an incredibly far-fetched concept. The truth will require verifying more details, but the info gathered so far is logistically consistent. This unidentified construct is clearly a powerful fighter, yet is showing goodwill, so you decide to cooperate with her for now. Thank you for sharing this intelligence. I apologize again for my earlier recklessness. You remove your gloves and extend your right hand, rapidly piecing together information in your mind to make up a new identity. FOS, a mercenary from Eden's security group. Pleased to meet you, Miss Iris. Aw. For some reason, a faint smile forms on Iris's lips. She noticeably hesitates before making contact, but ultimately shakes her hand. Hello, FOS. Is she trying to avoid physical contact? No, her grip is surprisingly strong. As you speak, you keep gathering info about the contract, building a profile. Just as you're about to release her hand, an intricate pattern on her shoulder catches your eye. The design is strangely familiar. You're lost in thought for a moment. Until you see Iris's gentle smile again. You realize you've been holding her hand for too long and quickly let go. Damn, alright. Sorry, I was a bit distracted. Nora Luya must be stopped. Is there anything I could do to help? Relax, this war is almost over. I'm executing the final and most critical mission. Escorting the target to the designated location. If all goes according to plan, Nora Luya will be waiting for me there. Once I defeat her, everything will be fine. As for returning, you don't need to worry about that. Iris hesitates, then quickly begins to explain, as if she's just made up her mind about something. Once I complete this final mission, I'll destroy her main body and get the new device. By then, I'll be able to send you back to where you came from by using duplicates to traverse through time. Critical mission. You quickly compile all the info and realize you don't even know the real identity of this Iris standing before you. Someone who knows so much about Luya probably isn't an ordinary soldier. Pardon me, but I haven't asked about your identity, Miss Iris. Iris falls silent for a moment, her gaze complicated. If it's classified information, no, it's just I'm thinking about how to explain it. I belong to the Union government at another time. Unit number 654, Operation Codename Iris. She stumbles through the first part, but goes back to normal at the end. Perhaps having weighed her options, decided it's worth revealing some information. Aww. We are the first to discover and know Luya's existence. We've been fighting for a long time to stop her from disrupting history. To be frank, if we had been a bit faster, this would have likely been resolved already, and you wouldn't have been dragged into it. Hint of apologies mixed in Iris's words. That's not your responsibility. Iris shakes her head and changes the topic. If you prefer, you can stay in Fat City and do whatever you want. I'll come back for you after I complete my mission. Accept. Alright. Iris visibly relaxes when you tentatively accept this proposal. Without pausing to analyze why, you change your answer. I'm already involved, so I should do something. I may not match up to a contract, but I can still help. Hey. You meet Iris's slight puzzled gaze and see her nod gently. Alright, so from now on, we're partners. FOS. I look forward to working with you. Damn, alright. 5 suburban villa, alright. You sit in the living room of the damaged villa with the Dandelion and Jonathan, introducing yourselves. Iris emerges from the kitchen, carrying a saucer and a teapot. We don't have much here, but here's something to drink. Dandelion accepts it with a surprise. I had no idea you had these here. I was too busy looking for Luya, so I didn't have time to. Her gaze drifts casually toward the sofa, where you are quietly talking with Jonathan. Are they old acquaintances? Have they known each other for long? I suppose so, longer than they've known me at least. I've just met them today. Your quiet conversation is interrupted as Iris turns toward you, offering a cup of tea. Aw. Thank you. Careful, it's hot. What are you two talking about? We're discussing what we should do next. Should I consider myself lucky? You were telling me that there wouldn't be reinforcements right before the attack. Because I didn't expect FOS to show up. Jonathan turns to look at you and asks with confusion. Iris said you volunteered to help. May I ask why? It wouldn't have affected you. He furrows his brow, genuinely confused. This situation you probably already know, so why take the risk? We've already figured out who Jonathan is through the simple chat just now. He's a lawyer who's about to participate in the signing of the New Earth calendar. Perhaps because he tried to avoid getting involved, he cannot see why someone would volunteer to join in. Because Luya is changing history. Luya is changing history. And no one knows if we can survive once that happens. And I was a soldier. Before becoming a mercenary. I'm familiar with combat, just as you're familiar with legal codes. Combat isn't something you should worry about. Iris and I will handle everything. Jonathan stays silent for a moment, but then slowly raises his glass and downs it in one gulp. Damn, alright. Jesus. After getting acquainted with each other, given the tense situation, there's no time for idle chat. Let's go through our next steps. Iris? Iris nods and takes a letter from her pocket, putting it on the table. According to our original trajectory, Jonathan will fly to the capital of Bane in a week. Our main concern is his safety once he lands. But things have changed because now I know that Honora Luya has discovered our plans. That's why she launched the attack earlier. I thought that was just daily life for someone who's become her target. That's an exaggeration. According to our initial assessment, you could have been safe until you reached the capital of Bane. So we need to figure out how to stay alive until next week. Yep. No, the question is how to reach Bane at all. Jonathan exchanges a glance with Iris to make sure they're on the same page. Iris takes out a map and marks the airports and flight paths between the capital of Bane and Fast. Flying is no longer viable. This is the first change in our plan. Planes are sitting ducks, so Honora Luya can easily take down the entire aircraft with a suicide attack. But wouldn't changing his entire itinerary seem suspicious to the United Government? Wouldn't they think that Jonathan is trying to escape? Of course, my name was probably already on the watch list when I finished that call with the professor. We can't use other transportation either. I just can't wait around for her to blow up this plane, so what's next? First, contact the United Government to request personal protection in light of the recent attacks. But could a regular bodyguard save me from attacks like that? We might end up sacrificing more lives. We just need to convince the United Government that you're ready to play their game. That's not enough. We need a more decisive plan. Iris traces Bane's border on the map with her pen, thinks for a moment, then looks at Jonathan. You said that you own a law firm and have some substantial financial assets. That's right, but purchase a large amount of Bane's company stocks and bonds with cash. As a negotiator, you should know which companies will benefit from the dividend period after the treaty signing. What kind of assets will go up in value? Buy my assets to Bane's? That's definitely not what I expected. As long as it works. With profit as motivation, they'll believe that Jonathan has placed his bets on Bane signing the new Earth Codex. What about the personal protection you mentioned earlier? That part remains the same. Iris gives a firm answer, and Jonathan meets her gaze and sees that she's following his line of thought. If the airport is also attacked, the United Government will believe these are planned assaults, considering what happened at the Dionysus Theater and the villa today. The airport will also be attacked. Are you two planning to lure Honora Luya to the airport? Dandelion interrupts Iris, her expression somewhat worried. That would involve innocent civilians. Don't worry, we won't do that. We can just use the simplest and most controllable method. By conducting the attack on the airport ourselves, there will be no casualties or damage. We just need to show hostility and create a commotion. Like what Jonathan thought earlier, the United Government won't suspect us. For instance, the truth could be that I work for the United Government, helping revise the articles of the New Earth Codex. A group of dissatisfied civilians has targeted me, most of them victims of the peace operation. They oppose the United Government and don't want to see the New Earth Codex implemented, so they plan the attack. After that, you can question the United Government's abilities. With your financial investments, they'll only see it as an overly anxious civilian looking for a peace of mind. If you ask for a change of route and bodyguards, then they will agree to it. Wait a second, I don't quite get it. Dandelion wears a confused expression, clearly struggling with some details she can't figure out. If her goal is to escort Jonathan, then why ask for bodyguards in the first place? After multiple assaults, if he doesn't have bodyguards, the United Government will definitely send troops to escort Jonathan. You say in perfect unison with Iris again. Iris turns her around and gives you a gentle smile. Aw. Oh, I see now. That sounds doable. You two are so in sync that I'm starting to wonder if you met each other before. You and Protectors quickly become familiar. You should be happy about this. You pull out a disc-shaped listening device from your waist pouch as you stand up. You pat Jonathan's shoulder playfully and slip the device into the collar behind his neck. Alright, let's move. Hey, let's go. After discussing the operation, he split into pairs. Jonathan and Dandelion handle the finance, while Iris and you prepare the tools and scout the location. You sit next to Iris on the train heading downtown from the suburbs. Iris closes her eyes as soon as she sits down. Looks like she's not in the mood to chat. Taking the hint, you reach for a Golden Age newspaper on the train. Just as you pull it out, you hear Iris's voice. FOS, so what's your take on this operation? You turn your head to see Iris's eyes still closed, her lips curved into a faint smile. She must be in a good mood. Anything is fine, I just want to chat. Like you said, if we get familiar with each other quickly, the operation will go a lot smoother. I'm surprised we're on the same wavelength. I mean, choosing the airport as our target, that's the easiest and most effective approach. But that doesn't sound like an option you choose. Why? Iris opens her eyes, amused. She doesn't seem offended by her comments, so you start speaking your mind. I was concerned you'd pick a more complex approach. Like you use the intricate connections within the United Government. So you're surprised because I was very direct. You came across more as an artist than a warrior. Thank you for the compliment. I do enjoy writing scripts in my spare time. Aww. If my past self were writing this, it probably would have made the resolution process more complex, like you said. Until someone taught me a valuable lesson through their actions. Something enigmatic flashes in her eyes. Whoever Iris is referring to is clearly important to her. For immersing in imagination and beauty, one should focus more on reality. Art transcends life, yet is born from it. Yes, the reality is rarely as complex as we imagine. While art requires refinement, it's often too extreme. I've learned so much from these missions. The world I once knew only on paper has revealed its true face to me. I never realized how many details need to be considered, how many unexpected events occur, or that goals can be reached through complex or simple means. As long as you're willing to put enough chips on the table. When I understood all of this, I realized the flaws in my past creative work and came to truly appreciate a conductor's struggles. Iris averts her gaze, lowering her eyelids. It's strange how candid Iris is being. She's sharing such personal thoughts with basically strangers who happen to meet on the battlefield. This conductor must mean a lot to you. Yeah, someone very important to me. Aww. Her gaze lingers on you briefly before darting away. Yeah, I'm alright. Ding. The train arrival announcement interrupts your conversation. Iris stands up first. Come to think of it, you've never been to Fast City before, have you? In my time, the surface is nothing but ruins. Since becoming a mercenary, battlefields have been my only tourist destination. Then why not take this opportunity to properly enjoy the scenery here? Aw. As you step off the train, Iris stands in the middle of the path and looks back. Oh, dude, this is beautiful art. Wow. The slim figure blends into the light and shadow of the bustling city and the noises of peace that roar past the years. Finally hits you just what kind of place you've arrived in. Time, place, this entirely new environment brings freshness you cannot put into words. This is the past. A peaceful era, and this is it, the stage where you and I will write our story. I hope you'll enjoy working with me as much as I do, FOS. Welcome to Fast City. Aw, that's nice. Oh, wow, that was nice, man. Damn. Wow. Wow, dude. Wow. Oh, that was nice. I'm actually I think I'm kind of enjoying this chapter so far, not gonna lie. It's pretty cool to, like, see, you know, both Commandant and Selena reunited again. Yeah, agreed, Fuzzy, agreed. And it really is cool seeing, like, more of the back into the Golden Age as well. And I'm loving the music as well, man. Just the music is brilliant as well. Especially in this chapter, man. Like, wow. But honestly, not too sure about the whole timey-wimey stuff right now. The whole timey-wimey plot of being, like, sort of isekai'd back into the past. But, yeah. Yeah, for real. Agreed, Fuzzy. But, yeah. Yeah, I think with that said, that's all I really got to say, really, of the chapters so far. But, yeah. But, yeah, I will be streaming again on Wednesday at 3 p.m. EST. We will be playing some more Genshin. We'll probably be doing some story quests as well. We'll be taking a break from the Archon quest and doing some story quests. So, yeah. So I hope you'll tune in for that. And, yeah. Reminder that the mascot naming suggestion thing is still open. I'm still looking for suggestions that you can submit on Discord and such and so forth. But, yeah. I think with that said, that's all I really got to say. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed, please drop a like on the stream. And also, if you want to see more, be sure to drop a subscribe and a follow. Thank you. Appreciate it, Fuzzy. Drop follow and drop a comment down below as well to let me know what you thought of the stream. And thank you guys again so much for tuning in. Remember to stay humble, be kind to people. I'll see you guys later.